Hello, everyone. My name's Premal Patel. I'm the CEO of Healthy Minds Club UAE. And I'm delighted today to introduce the Wellbeing Majlis. This is my new podcast as part of the Healthy Minds Arabia magazine. What we'll be doing is bringing a whole host of our experts from the Healthy Minds Club to come and share their stories, their backgrounds, their expertise, and how what they do really helps create healthier minds in the UAE. Today, I'm here and I'm back on the Wellbeing Majlis podcast, and I'm here to welcome Zahra, who is one of our experts in Healthy Minds Club and has joined the team and the community there. So welcome, Zahra.
Thank you very much, Prem, for inviting me.
Zahra, lovely to have you here. You are an expert in life coaching. That's generally where your sort of expertise lies.
Yes.
You know, there's so many coaches out there, so many people talk about life coaching. Just a little bit, what's your backstory? Where did you begin your career and how did you get into life coaching?
Of course, I would like to share that because my life story is a real hero story. I can claim that I'm a hero of my life. I'm originally Kurdish. I come from a very suppressive culture towards women. And my experience with the life coaching or psychology, field of psychology, mainly started after I had postpartum depression 17, 18 years ago.
Okay.
And I felt how this imagination created this darkness and start to destroy us. And I was so curious to understand what is this mind doing, because I was in a very dark moment in my life. And after I came out of this depression, this darkness, and I started to study psychology. After I did the psychology degree, I was like, okay, all these theories are not enough. And I wanted to understand the language. Why do we talk? How we talk? How the voice, the sound behind the words. So I went into coaching. I studied coaching modalities, various coaching modalities. Then I was like, there's a gap between coaching and psychology. And I was already studying Jungian theories. Carl Gustav Jung is one of the founders of the psychoanalysis.
Okay.
So after that, I started to do Jungian coaching and Jungian psychology and Jungian studies.
Right. What got you into the Jungian theories? How did you sort of get into that space? It sounds like a little, not random, but it just sounds. How did those two worlds connect?
It's amazing because my own life experience, I was a very spiritual person since my childhood. I would start and sit and watch people, observe people, and create stories and tales around people. And when I start to read the Jungian theories, and I was like mesmerized, how can it resonate so strongly with my own experiences in life? And then I just got more and more into it.
So there was this connection to the theories.
Absolutely.
Right? Okay.
Absolutely. It was answering the spiritual questions I had behind the mind and psychology.
Yeah, I'm always interested and really curious about just how things come together, how people's paths with certain directions come together. It's always interesting for me.
That is calling. That's my life story. I follow the calling. If I feel that there is something there, I need to go, and I feel with my body, I feel in my bones. I just go for it without knowing what the outcome will be. And here I am.
There you go. So you've been doing, you're now a qualified coach.
Yes.
You did a psychology degree, you're a qualified coach, you can connect the dots, you're helping probably many people now unpick their own mind and where they're going in terms of their life.
Absolutely.
Life coaching, what does it mean?
Well, I didn't stop there.
Okay.
Because for me, life coaching was not as simple as it is maybe out there. We have the mind, we have the spirit, we have the feelings, but we have the body. I'm also an artist. I do sculptures.
Do you?
Yes, and I do art therapy
around mandala. I never knew that. There you go. See, I've learned something new today. So you're a sculptor, okay.
Yes. Well, to be honest, for last 2-3 years, I'm not doing it. I'm going to go back to it. That's another story because I've got very occupied with the mandala workshops that I offer.
Where can people see your work? Your sculptures.
They can reach out to me, check my website. And I work in various centers and various places.
What's your website? Tell the audience.
ZahraGozal.com is my website.
So you got your work on there and people can have a look.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Well, I want to also add, I was going to talk about, there is one more thing, is the body. The greatest art and tool we have that we forget. We are trying to connect with the mind to everything, but there is the body connection as well. So I did also study body work, the Chinese and Japanese approach on body. So I connected all these in one integrated work. But whatever I offer in the background, I have this approach towards people and to the work they present.
So you've got this amazing sweet spot around mind, body, and spirit. You bring all of these together.
Absolutely. Right? Absolutely. And for me, the umbrella is the creativity.
Yeah. And quite often with the mind, body, and spirit, even if you do one thing well, the other two you still need to work on, right? And so there's always this need for the three to be aligned. Right?
Yes, because otherwise it will be a temporary work. Because the most permanent thing we have is the present moment in our body, in our breath. Otherwise, it's an air.
True. So how do you help people?
It depends on each situation because every person, every story is unique. I'm a storyteller at the same time. I work with the tales, the old folk tales, analyzing, creating workshops around the tales. Like one of the workshops I have is the woman who ran with the wolves.
That's it. Exactly. I've seen that recently and we're promoting that on the Healthy Minds Club, right?
It's a very unique workshop. It's only for women to find their wild feminine power, which means to be in their creative force, which means to be in their intuitive force. And this is what I try to bring to people. So that's why every situation is so unique. The way the map for each person is different. So I design together with the person.
How did you come up with the title? The sort of running with the wolves.
This is a very famous book by Clarissa Estes. Lots of women might already know about it. So I had this book like 15 years ago. My journey with the book started. And when I start to read and analyze it, I found myself a lot in the book. I'm Jungian, as I say. Jung says, find the hero, the archetype within you. So I found my archetypes within these stories. And we tell stories. I have my story.
You've got great stories. These are amazing, you know. I think, it's one of those, we're in this world where I think a lot of people have just forgotten to read. They don't take the time. I love reading because it helps you pause. Helps you sort of just slow down, a little bit. And we're just consuming so much on mobile phones and whatever, and some people, I met somebody just 2 days ago and she was saying, I don't read books anymore. I just read, on digital. I said, but that's not really, it's reading, but it's not quite reading, and there's something about turning the page and
it's a feeling, turning the page. It's something very powerful. Look, this is body work. Turning the page is the touch on the fingertips. This itself is a very powerful movement that we do. That's why we have the tendency to scroll, because the fingers want to move. Turning the page itself is the first step of reading.
Wow. I never thought of it that way. That's based on insight. That's amazing. So the workshop is coming up when? When is the workshop?
Workshop is coming up next week. And they can reach out to me for the further workshops.
Are there a few workshops coming up this year, right?
Yes. It will continue. Currently, I am running a workshop on Women Who Run with the Wolves. So second one is starting soon. And it can start again. And the other workshops, they can find my details on Instagram or on my website for the coming workshops.
So let me explore something else, a different angle. So you're doing this workshop for women. Obviously, there's something there around sort of the women leading and empowering them and them feeling in a good place. There's so many men out there, right now who are going through, some mental health challenges, emotional challenges. They're not good at sharing emotions. We're not good at talking about stuff going on here or here, because we feel we have to be strong and be, be seen as sort of more powerful and not talk about things.
Yes.
Why not workshops for men?
That's a beautiful question, because I wish men would come and open up to join to these workshops. Then we would be creating. Creativity is unlimited.
Right.
But usually male clients like to come to one-on-one coaching sessions. I had male clients coming to mandala workshops as well, and I could see the difficulty they were facing. That's why they want to come one-on-one, and they actually they open up.
Yeah. So in groups, it's a bit less of openness because maybe they're a bit shy or they don't want to share in a group. Is that the thing? Like,
look, mostly women come to these workshops, and woman power is so, woman energy is so powerful, and it can be intimidating for men. So there should be some courage, and self-awareness for the men to benefit from that. Not to run away or react upon that.
I think now, there's so much of the world where the old style of, how relationships are, between man and woman in whether it's, marriages or whatever. But now men are sort of picking up, equal work. Women are doing, corporate work. They're bringing incomes, sometimes higher paid incomes. There seems to be more of a balance. So I think having a mixed group, I mean, I'd actively encourage it, and I would love to see something where there's men being vocal with strong, powerful women in the group.
I absolutely agree. Like, I have a tale about that. There is a tale about that. When of course, I would love to. And when we have this workshop, I encourage the participants to share with their partners and or close male friends they have, because it is both for men and women that this villager. Look, when I go into to tell the stories, I switch, I change, I shift to the storytelling, and it's so powerful. It brings a different frequency already. It's a healing power. So this villager finds a skeleton woman. It's the story of a skeleton woman. And when he finds this skeleton woman on his boat under the sea, and he's so excited that he caught a big fish. Like when men see a woman and they're like, "Oh my God, look at this woman! I found this amazing woman." But as he gets closer to what he caught, he realizes this is a skeleton, and this is what happens. And men, when they meet a woman inside, what's happening with this woman, find their bones. Right. They get scared and they run away as this villager runs away, and the love and compassion reunites them, brings flesh and pulse to this woman, and they fall in love in a true sense, because they become very authentic to each other. This is a very powerful tale when we sit and we analyze it, that you see when you are with a woman, it's not only the femininity, there is a human behind it.
That's true.
Same for women with the man also, finding masculine force, but also to understand that this is to be together, not to complement each other, to be walk together and support each other. These tales help to see in a different perspective.
Great story.
Yeah.
I mean, creating and building better human connections, that's what we do, right? In what we're doing, like every day in our day-to-day work, and let me ask you a completely. At the moment, there seems to be this huge trend. The hot topic is, healthier minds. Well-being has become this hot topic that maybe a few years ago, hardly anyone talked about well-being. Now you cannot move. Any content is all about well-being. What's happening? Why is well-being so prominent now?
We are curious beings. Everything started with curiosity.
Okay.
We are curious. We want to learn more. We want to understand more, find the truth. And the concept of truth been sold for many years through education and the books. And we are just seeking for the truth, and we forget the main basic truth is, again, our body, our existence and presence. Once you listen to your own body in a true way, that you know what you need, physically, mentally, emotionally, without imitating and not coming through fear. coming through, being really honest. I encourage each person when they come, what do they need without these fears and maybe insecurities.
True. But you're right. Sometimes, you know, you get aches and pains and you think, oh, what is this telling me? Something, either I have to slow down or I have to rethink what I'm going to do. But sometimes we just power through, keep going until eventually you know, either you break or you have some kind of burnout or you have some kind of, you know, condition that stops you and makes you reflect and pause.
Absolutely. But we also have our hands and our eyes and our ears and our instincts. For example, your eyes catching oranges. It means you need orange. You're looking at oranges. You're staring at orange. It means you need orange. This is my work. You listen to your eyes. What are you looking and staring at? If you're leaning towards an exercise program, let's say, lean and go. It means you need it. This is the body, how the body communicates with us. It's not just the ache. Let me understand why my knee is paining. Also, the other tools.
Yeah. I never thought of it that way, you know, where your eyes can be telling you that, hey, I need this. Because we look at things all day long. You know, we're consumed with like branding, advertising, communication everywhere. But you're right. You'll probably lean into a few things in a bit more depth and a bit more detail.
Eyes, the mirror of the soul.
I like that. The mirror of the soul. Excellent. Very good. Very good.
So that's the first mirror you look at it, not the mirror that the others are reflecting yourself.
So we're in 2026. It's supposed to be a big year. We've just, you know, gone into the new year now, the year of the fire horse. It's all like happening. What's 26 bringing for you?
A lot of creativity. I feel there is a lot of inspiration and creativity personally for me and people around me. This power of creativity can be overwhelming as well, because we need to also bring it to practicality. It's not only to create in the mind, to talk with the people, I'm going to do this, I will do this. I have a feeling I'm going to create this project or involved in this. It's time to take step, one tiny step. And if you need support, take support. Let's be smart. And you talk about well-being, what's happening in this whole situation happening around. There are so many possibilities and opportunities to find the right people to support you. It can be your friend or a professional, but take an action and not focusing on the outcome or how it's going to be. How am I going to fail or succeed?
That's it.
Just take a step and see, because things can change.
Most people always have this fear of, what will people think? What's the judgment? What's their opinion? If I fail to do this, what will people say? You know, and that fear of judgment sometimes restricts that creativity. We were talking about it earlier in one of the other podcasts where, that, you know, we seem to lose creativity as you get a bit older. You know, as you're a kid, you're creative, but then slowly you have to become an adult, and they shape your perception, expectations, all of this kind of stuff. But you know, does it really matter what everybody else thinks? You got to think about for yourself, no? Like,
I have strong opinion on this because it does matter and it doesn't matter. Because I believe in compassion, not only thinking about yourself, myself, who are we? We are all one. This is a very deep, profound philosophy. It's not what is written out there, we are all one. To dive into it, to understand into it. And as you said, when we were children, we were more curious. We had the fire.
Yeah, true.
And then with the education, culture, and families, this shaped, as you said, it shaped our perspective. What is it? It means it's reshapeable. That's why you come to people like us, you reshape, you unlayer it maybe, but then that is also a continuous process. But the very shortcut, judging, judge is a very strong archetype because of the education, religion, tradition, everything, starting from who I am, as my name is Zahra. Your name is Prem. From there it starts, yes? What I tell people, imagine this is a judge that you have hired and working for you in your system. What if we fire this judge and we bring a lover? What if you have a lover instead of a judge in your system? It will approach you with compassion and love and mercy. And that's the key. And it's the most common thing in all the religions and traditions, to be compassionate.
Yeah, that's a great piece of insight, and that takes your mind to be reframed, to really think about it in a different way, different perspective. Right?
Exactly. Or opening a space.
I think we're here to bring new perspectives for people. And so what's, for 2026, we talked about, what's in it for you and where you want to take, your destiny and your future this year. What's the sort of big message you want to leave the audience for 2026?
I would like to tell people that this is, we are all trying. We are all trying to survive, maybe. We have our backgrounds. We are all humans with our stories. My main message is drop those stories. We are basic humans, and tap into your primal needs in a very honest way, and open up, express yourself in a creative way. Because again, this expression can be destructive as well. But I advise people, let's be creative and put yourself out there as it is, without any judgment, with the lover next to you, who is you, and be your own best friend.
What a great message for the audience. So, Zahra, thank you for being here. It's been such a privilege to have you here.
Thank you so much.
To meet you for the first time face-to-face as part of Healthy Minds Club. If anybody wants to get in touch with Zahra, go to healthymindsclub.ae. Her profile is there. I think she could do some wonderful work with you. And I think we're going to do some wonderful work together, in fact, in 2026,
Absolutely.
I'm sure. So thank you again, and thanks for coming.
Thank you. Thank you very much for inviting me again. Thank you to be part of this this podcast, this talk. It was very insightful and inspirational.
It's going to be an incredible journey.
Yes, I agree. I agree.
Right.
Thank you.
Thank you.